Hello everyone! I'm a little late posting my video this week because the kids didn't have school on Monday, which set me behind schedule. On Sunday, I made this simple chickpea curry bowl with coconut milk and sweet potatoes on top of couscous. It was a little disappointing. It didn't have a whole lot of flavor in it. In the evening, I prepped a rib roast using a new recipe. This has to be rubbed with salt and then dry aged in the fridge for at least 24 hours. On Monday, I made a new recipe for ginger-glazed lemon bundt cake. It's a really nice crumb, and the lemon is an awesome flavor. The ginger has a very mild taste in the glaze. I'll make the prime rib today based on the time it has been sitting uncovered in the fridge for 40.5 hours. The recipe says at least 24 hours or up to 96 hours. It gets slow roasted at 250 degrees for 3 hours for rare. Then it's left to rest under aluminum foil for an hour. Meanwhile, I prepared the vegetables to be roasted: Brussels sprouts, carrots, parsnips, onions, and some thyme for seasoning. These will get tossed with the rib roast's melted fat and roasted at 425 for about 45 minutes, being mixed together halfway through. When the vegetables are done, the roast gets placed back in the pan and is then broiled so the fat cap is browned, which makes it crispy and delicious. So yummy. It's better than the other rib roast recipe I normally make. It's getting to be that time for spring growth. I'm going to record the yard and make a list of things that are going to need to be done. The front area is going to need to be trimmed down. I'm going to have to remove all of the dead growth, hopefully take down some of the massive weeds that grow in from the wetlands area. I'll need to prune all of the trees, especially the pear trees, because they like to have close branches which won't allow a lot of air circulation, increasing the potential of disease and fungus growing. The chestnut tree didn't drop its leaves for some reason. It'll need to be landscaped for when I add mulch. The lilac tree is also coming back, same with the raspberry bush. These will also need to be cleared out and mulched. I'm going to have to pick up all of the dog poo that has accumulated over the winter. I've already done a little bit of leaf collection, but our yard waste pickup still hasn't started. The herb garden is going to need to be trimmed down and the borders redefined. I'm also going to have to check the compost bin. I completely neglected it last year. The peony is coming back, which is very surprising. It was doing really well last year, but then suddenly died. I assumed the chipmunks had eaten its roots, if that's even a thing. I have to clean up the blueberry bushes. All of the leaves are going to have to be picked up. The bulbs are starting to come up. Hopefully the rabbits and deer don't notice so we can actually see what color the flowers are. Tons of sticks from storms all over the backyard. The red maple is going to have to be tied to the post and the bottom branches pruned. It's also growing into the wire cage, which is a bit of a problem. And I'm probably going to get rid of the shade garden. It always starts out really well, but then everything dies. I think it's lacking too much sun, especially when the wetlands growth starts up and blocks out the sun completely. I created my little schedule on my iPad. The calendar is just weekdays. I want to keep the weekends free for family schedule, or if I underestimated the work during the week. I'll see how it goes for a week and a half and then reassess. Today we'll make some Italian sprinkle cookies. These are flavored with lemon and almond, then dipped in an almond vanilla glaze with my sprinkle helper. These are really good. However, the next time I make them, I'm going to use natural extract for the flavoring instead of artificial. Friday is the last day of this week before it starts raining for days. It's a great day to burn off all of the dead growth I've been trimming this week, as well as all of the sticks we've collected from the yard. So this turned into a neighborhood thing because all of the kids came over for marshmallows. I finished the table runner except for the binding and backing again. I'm a little sad that I can never get my pieces to match up exactly to size. It still looks really nice though. And that is all for this week. Hope you all had a great week. Talk to you next week.